Hello everyone, I hope that you have a great day today. In this video, I'm going to show you how to define a method with parameters and then how to use them. Alright, in one of my videos, I have shown you how to define a method already, so I'm going to kind of repeat again. So again, for beginning programmers, you really don't need to remember how to uh, defined methods, what will be the method modifier, what will be the return type, da 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 da. There are so many things to remember for beginners. Okay, so again, I will just use the main method. Will come with NetBeans as a template. Okay, so there you go. So let me just delete the call to the methods I've defined in my previous video. So again, I just copy and paste. Okay, so highlight the main method, copy, and paste. Okay, use that one as a sample. Okay, and then this time I'm going to call it something like display value. Okay, and then over the parameter part, okay, I'm going to put something like int, okay, and then I just call it x will be fine, okay, and then in the body, okay, I will just display the value in x, okay, that's all, yeah, nothing fancy. All right, so there you go. So over here, okay, I have defined a method called display value, and then inside the so-called parameter list, okay, this will be the parameter list. I define a parameter variable just like uh, the way I define a variable, okay, in main method. So here will be the method. Here will be the variable I defined, okay, in main method. Okay, so let me call it xx with value of 5. There you go. So you can see that it's almost the same. Right, okay, almost same. Let me keep it this simple. Okay, yeah. Let me assign a value to xx later. So you can see that this is almost the same like the way uh, that you can define it. You can use a similar way to define a parameter variable inside in the parameter list in the function header. All right, and then let me assign a value of 5 to my variable xx in main, and then now I'm going to call the method. Okay, so I can try something like this: display value, and then I can pass in 20, for example. Okay, then I can run the method. There we go. Okay, so when the program executes up to this statement, okay, then flow control transfer to here, right? And then 20 okay, will be copied into the variable here, okay, x. So x will have the value of 20. Then the body statement okay, belongs to this method will be executed. So you output x, okay, column space, and then the value in x, okay, which will be 20. And once it's done, hitting these closing curly braces, flow control transfer back to the point of call. There you go here. And then next statement is this one, so you output good. But at the same time, I mean, you can also try passing the variable is the so-called argument into the function. Okay, so you can pass in literal value, you can pass in variable value, you can even pass in an expression if you want to. Doesn't matter as long as the result of the argument is able to be of integer data type. Then I mean Java won't complain. Okay, there you go. Boom, it's good. But be careful that I mean you don't pass in a value of different data type. Okay, so for example, if I tried 20.0, okay, yeah, for example, and then when I try to compile the program, you see the compiler will complain. Okay, why? Because it will say that the uncompatible data type because 20.0 by default is double data type, but here the parameter variable is defined as integer data type, so that's why the compiler complain. Okay, so again, make sure that you perform the compatible type. So if you want to solve this problem, make sure that you just use the so-called widening data widening method. Okay, you define it using double because int take 4 bytes. Okay, but then double take 8 bytes. Okay, so then in this way everything will be fine. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay, let me stop it here. Okay, I hope this is useful to you. Okay, have fun.